It's 2 a.m. You're sitting in the dark, and the only light is the glow from your phone screen, where yet another real estate app is open. Your eyes are watering from the blue light, but you can't stop scrolling. You set the filters: minimum 3 bedrooms, safe neighborhood, decent kitchen. Search. And there it is. A notification pops up: new listing, $525,000. You open the photos, and your breath catches. Not because of the beauty, because of the audacity. In the photos, you see a kitchen with laminate countertops that have seen everything from early 2000s diets to global pandemics. The living room carpet is of depressing beige that's impossible to clean. And the agent's caption reads, "Perfect starter home for an ambitious family." You look at these numbers, remember your bank balance, do some quick mental math, and wonder, did I miss the moment the world went crazy? Why am I working harder than my parents, yet all I can afford is an overpriced box with mold in the basement? Hi, I'm Henry. And today, we're going to talk about what realtors, bankers, and even your friends aren't telling you. We're going to break down why, in 2026, buying a $500,000 house isn't an investment in your future, it's a voluntary entrance into a financial prison. I'll show you the math that doesn't care what country you live in. Because inflation, hidden costs, and human psychology work the same everywhere, from Austin to Berlin, from Warsaw to Dubai. Let's start with what the banks tell you. They say, "You're approved." It sounds like a compliment, like a recognition of your hard work. But in bank speak, it means, "We've calculated that you can give us almost everything you earn and still not starve to death immediately." The bank approves a loan based on your gross income, but they don't know how much your groceries cost, your hobbies, or your peace of mind. They are selling you a loan. I want to sell you the truth. In 2026, the price of a house is just the tip of the iceberg. The bulk of the ice is hidden underwater, and that's what's going to sink your Titanic. We're living in an era of renovation inflation. If you used to be able to paint walls and retile a bathroom for a few thousand, today the cost of materials and labor has skyrocketed so much that any minor repair costs the budget of a small nation. That cozy starter home for $500,000 will require another $50,000 just so you can breathe in it without a respirator. And you won't get that money in a low-interest mortgage. That's your cold, hard cash that could have been working for you. Real estate insurance has jumped due to global weather anomalies, which are now considered the norm. Taxes are reassessed annually, and they never go down. You are paying for walls that are literally eating your future. Let me tell you the story of a couple. Let's call them Mark and Sarah. This is a classic example of how the American dream turns into a nightmare. Mark and Sarah earned $150,000 a year together. In any major city, that's great money. They felt confident and decided, it's time. Stop paying some landlord's mortgage. They bought that $500,000 house. The bank happily approved them with a minimal down payment because they were reliable borrowers. What happened a year later? Their monthly payment was eating up nearly 45% of their net income. They became house poor. They have walls worth $500,000, but only cheap food in the fridge and constant burnout in their souls. They didn't realize that owning a home isn't the finish line, it's the start of endless spending. When their roof leaked, the repair cost $12,000. They didn't have it, so they had to put it on credit cards with predatory interest rates. Today, Mark and Sarah hate their home. They've become 21st century serfs, tied to a plot of land. They can't quit the jobs they hate because the mortgage won't wait. It's the trap of psychological ownership. You work for the house instead of the house working for you. Every morning starts with an argument over a spare $20 spent. But I don't want you to just give up. There is a way to hack this market, and we'll call it the counterstrike. If you firmly decided you want a home, don't buy the ready-made dream from a catalog. In the world of 2026, the winner is the one who sees value where others see trash. Strategy 1. Look for dirty potential. Buy a house that needs cosmetic, not structural, work for $350,000 in an up-and-coming neighborhood. Yes, you'll have to paint the walls yourself on weekends, but you won't overpay $150,000 for someone else's tasteless renovation. Strategy 2. House hacking. Buy a property where you can rent out a room or a separate entrance. Let someone else pay your property tax and part of the mortgage. In 2026, owning an asset alone is a luxury few can afford without damaging their lifestyle. We have to be smarter than the system that wants to squeeze every cent out of us. Now let's look at a path many consider a losing move, but which actually leads to real wealth. This is Alex's path. Alex earned the same as Mark and Sarah, but when he saw the housing prices, he said, "No, I'm not playing this game on these terms." He continued renting a modern, cozy apartment for $2,000 a month. His parents and friends kept telling him, "You're throwing money away." But Alex believed in math, not slogans. The difference between the cost of owning a home, with all the hidden expenses we discussed, and his rent, which was about $2,500 a month, he disciplinedly invested into liquid assets. 3 years later, when the housing market started to stagnate because no one could afford these boxes anymore, Alex had a capital of $120,000. While Mark and Sarah were trembling over every broken faucet and fearing layoffs, Alex was calm. He had money working for him and the freedom to move anywhere in the world in a week. He wasn't throwing money away, he was buying time. In 2026, renting isn't a weakness, it's strategic flexibility. Freedom is worth more than the title of homeowner in your neighbor's eyes. Remember, house keys won't make you successful automatically. Success is the cushion in your bank account and the absence of anxiety at 3 a.m. We've been fed old rules for decades, but in 2026, those rules burned down. Inflation changed everything. Now, owning a liability is slow financial suicide if you don't have a massive margin of safety. Speaking of keys, we often focus on the house, but a house is just part of the picture of your ideal future. Usually, for a $500,000 home, people want to park something matching in the driveway. What car keys would you like to hold when you open your, maybe future, garage door? Tesla, Porsche, or maybe a powerful truck for weekend escapes? Write the name of your dream car in the comments. I'll pick the most popular option and, in the next video, I'll break down exactly what it costs to own that car in today's reality. Spoiler, the numbers are just as shocking as real estate. So, do you still want that $500,000 house? Or has the math finally started to make sense? If this video made you think for even a second before handing over a deposit, then Henry has done his job. Send this video to a friend who is currently obsessing over a mortgage, see if they can pass this reality check. Smash the like button if you value the truth over pretty covers. We're building real wealth here. See you in the next video.